Welcome all. Let us talk about standard sales order in the current session. We are gonna implement the standard sales order in the current session. As I said, order to cash is the mechanism a company or organization follows for selling a product or service to the customer and receiving payment on top of it. This is called order to cash cycle, standard order to cash cycle. Some of the major responsibilities involved in the order to cash cycle are as follows: like order management, supervisor vision operations, accounts receivable, inventory vision operations, general ledger vision operations, oracle pricing manager, global and all. These are the responsibilities. On top of these responsibilities, before getting into the implement standard order to cash cycle, there are some prerequisites which we need to create. One is like item creation. Item needs to be created and a template needs to be applied, and then we need to even we need organization assignments needs to be done, and accounting period should be open both at inventory and general ledger, and responsibilities and stock creation through miscellaneous aspect, on hand quantity stock creation, and add item to the price list. And the steps which we are gonna, once the order has been received from the customer, what we do is we'll receive the details of the customer and the shipment date and shipping method, and so on. We'll get everything. So once the details has been received from the customers, what we do is we enter all the details through the order entry screen. Okay, later on we'll book the order. Once the order has been booked, then what will happen is, once the order has been booked, the line level status will become awaiting shipping and header level status will become booked. Okay, then what we do is we launch the pick release. Pick release is the process of picking the items from the warehouse to ship against the sales order. Launch pick release. Pick release is nothing but once the order has been booked. Okay, if we have we are picking that order, specific order. We may have multiple orders. Out of those orders, we are picking this specific order. So pick release is the process of picking the items. Pick release is the process of picking the items from the warehouse against the specific against the sales order. Once the pick release is done, we'll get a pick pack report. We'll get a pick slip report. Okay, shipping exception report and auto pack report. Okay, and the status at the sales order will become picked, and line level status will status at the order entry screen will become picked. Okay, and later on we go to transaction screen and we'll do the ship confirmation. Once the ship confirmation is done, then what will happen? Picking and dropping will be able to see the order level in the order entry screen. Line level status will become shipped. Okay, line level status will become shipped, and we'll be able to see three additional actions. Additional order information will be able to see the delivery number generated and the status of the order. So what will happen is, once the ship confirm is done, then what we do is we'll generate workflow background process concurrent request. Once this concurrent request is generated, status at the sales order entry screen, sales order line level status will become closed, and the data from OEM order interface and the data exists in the order management will be pushed to the AR interface tables. Okay, then what we do is, then we'll submit a concurrent program like auto invoice master program. Once this is submitted, what will happen is automatically invoice will be created in this sale order. Then if you go to transaction screen, then will be by providing the order number will be and this screen will be able to search the invoice which was generated. Later on, by using that invoice number, against invoice number, we'll be able to create a receipt. Then once the receipt is created, then we'll transfer to general important posting will be done. Let us get into the application, try to implement the same. Okay, now what I do is, let me go back to the application. Here I have created already my material, everything is available. So what I do is, I'll just show you to here. Go to order entry screen, sales order. Okay, though what I do is I'll just select one, any one of the, I'll just take E, T and T. Okay, I'll just take this. Order type I am selecting is mixed, and price list is corporate by default, USD. Now, and I have ship location and bill location is there, and the price list is showing as corporate. Now my warehouse is M1. Now what I need to do, I need to select the item here, O2C. O2C test is the item which I have created. So let me take this item. What I do is I just select the quantity as one. On selection of this, I will be able to see the price which is floating from there. If you want to check the you will be on selection of this, we will be able to identify the stock available. On hand stock is 93, the quantity available is 92. Okay, see, thing is like we'll be able to add multiple line, we'll be able to add multiple items here, and if you want to cancel one item, we can cancel and you can proceed with the rest of the items as well. Okay, so what I do is automatically request date will be today's date, price is floating from my price list, whatever the price I have defined, unit price is floating here. Okay, and status is showing as 100, you will be able to see, and line type it is showing from mixed type, whatever I have defined line type, that is getting loaded here, and you will be able to see the order type as online. Okay, then what you do is go back to the pricing. What will happen is here you see here unit selling price is nothing but selling price after discounts, list price. Okay, and if you have any discounts, then this will be different from the list price. Okay, and price list type, as we are this one is from a different instance, I am taking corporate, and then tax amount. Okay, tax amount is getting loaded here automatically as per the configuration, and payment terms is showing here, and that's it. Now what I do is, if you want, you will be able to see the other details as well. Source type, is it internal or external? Source type is nothing but we are sending the goods from internal, whatever the goods we manufacture internally, that we are sending from here, so it is internal. In case of drop shipment or back to back order, those will be my external source type will be external, because we are not supplying those goods, we are we got an order, but directly we are asking some supplier to send those goods, third party. Okay, so that's it. Now what I do is I just say no book order has been booked, right? Now what I do is I'll just make a note of this number. And if I say right now under status is booked, and line status is initially it was what it was entered. Okay, initially it was entered, now it has changed to awaiting shipping. Let me show you once so that it will be, see, now the status of it is booked, initially it was entered. Now go back to here, awaiting shipping, right? Now the thing is like what I do is I just make a note of this number, 70496 the order number, and I'll just make a note of the supplier as well. No need, but I'll just make a note of it. Okay, and then what I do is go here. Now what we need to do is order entry has been done and order has been booked as well. Now go to shipping. Now we need to launch, we need to release the order. Release sales order is nothing but releasing the order for picking. Okay, by using standard rule we are gonna release the sales order. Now what I do is I'll just pass the name of this, I'll just give the number of the order here. Releasing the sales order based on the standard rules. Order type is getting plotted automatically. Now shipping. Now the thing is like I need to select here, I need to select the document set here, all pick release document set I am gonna select here, and shipping, under shipping what I do is I'll just select here release sequence rule, all standard orders I am gonna select all standard orders, and here ship from, I'll just select ship from is M1 actually, that is getting loaded here, so I'm just selecting from M1. And then what I do is auto create delivery is yes, auto confirm is yes, auto ship I'll just make it as this I don't, I'll just leave it as it is getting loaded automatically. And across orders and shipment priority, what I do is I can select it standard or high priority. I'll just leave that, I'll just select it as standard priority also, doesn't matter much. I'll just keep it as no, and then go to orders, and here inventory only, departure delivery, pick slip grouping rule automatically got selected. Auto allocate, what I do is, yeah, auto allocate, I'll just keep it as S. Then what I do is I'll just select it on execute now. On selection of this, what will happen is now items will be picked for items will be released, items will be picked from the warehouse for release, items will be picked from the warehouse to release. Okay, pick release online has completed successfully. Now what will happen is few concurrent programs will be submitted. Now if you check the status of the sales order will be picked. Okay, now pick slip report. This what will happen is pick slip report will give the information about pick slip number, batch number, and it will give you move order number and delivery number as well. It will generate, okay, from where the items are getting picked. Warehouse name it will show order number, it will show delivery number, it will show move order number, and it will show pick slip number as well. And shipping exception report will give you some of those data. Let me go to pick slip report. See, as I said, pick slip number, it is showing pick slip number here. Pick slip report, it is showing pick slip number. Warehouse, it is showing the warehouse. M1 C10 manufacturing is the warehouse, and pick batch number is the number which is showing here. Delivery number, whatever the delivery number it is generated, that is getting displayed here. And move order number it is showing, okay, and delivery number here and here also will be having. 853, remember 393 and 850, for example I'll just show you, and this is the item, okay, 853 and 393, for example I'll just, okay. And shipping exception report, if you have any exception then it will show you, okay. Now what I do is, see here, close this. As I said, this is the batch number which is showing at the report, and even sub inventory will be shown there. Now what I do is I'll just go to first, go here, function F11, pass the number, I'll say this one, function F11. See here, thing is like the status will become picked now. Status is picked, right? Perfectly right. Now what you do is go back to the transaction screen and pass the order number. Now here I will show you the move order number which was generated as well as delivery number which was generated. See, once the pick release is done, we can do either launch or as per auto allocate, auto pick, and auto create delivery. As per those yes or no conditions, this will be happen, okay. So see here, what happened here, automatically after pick release delivery number got generated. 853 is the delivery number which I showed in the report, right? So that's it, and the status is open here, and I'll show you the move order number as well here. Here we'll be able to see all the details, like from where it is getting shipped, everything. And if I go here, status is open, go to lines, I'll show you here the move order number which was generated. See, move order number 393 is the move order number which got generated. Okay, now what I do is 70496 is the order number. Status update stays by pick confirmed. As I said, pick confirmed is the status showing at my order entry screen. Now the next status is pick ship confirmed by close strip drop. Okay, now what I do is I'll just go to delivery. Now I need to confirm this. Ship confirmation needs to be done. Once the ship confirmation is done, the status will be closed at delivery, path by stop, path by trip as well. Auto ship I'm just selecting as auto ship, and shipment method I'm selecting as DHL, and ship confirm documents. This documents it will generate reports which are under ship confirm documents. Auto ship confirm is the rule which I am using, and ship method is DHL. Create billing. Okay, just save okay. Now what happens? Delivery was successfully confirmed. Save okay. Now this see the status closed. Under path by trip you will be able to see picked at what time and dropped at what is what. Picked from M1 seater and dropped to this location 12125465 Main Street, Jackson. Okay, dropped. Status it is become closed. Activity is completed and status is closed. As I said, the status here will become closed everywhere and the activity is completed here. Okay, now what I do is, if you go to now, let me go back to now what will happen on generation of this. Automatically what will happen is some of the reports will be generated, reports which will belong document sets under which we have these are the reports actually, like bill of lading, okay, packing slip report, commercial invoice, vehicle load sheet details, interface tip top. All these reports from these are the 8 reports which got generated now. From slip report to shipping exception report, bill of lading, packing slip. From here the reports got generated now. Bill of lading, packing slip, bill of lading, packing slip, commercial invoice, vehicle load sheet, interface tip dot. This will give you the details of the package and then when it will be delivered along with the vehicle. Okay, and commercial invoice will give you the invoice, like acknowledgement. Will be able to see the commercial invoice copy, packing slip along with the weight, package number, everything. Okay, bill of lading and shipping exception if you have. So now what you do is go back to order entry screen and just check. Now the status will become shipped at the line level, status will become shipped, and the header level status will become booked only till the shipped. See, the status at the line level is shipped, and even on the order level status will become booked only. And if you go to actions, additional order information, you will be able to see the delivery number and the status, and pick status is delivery status is closed and pick status is shipped, picked and shipped, right? And the ship method is DHL. Okay, status is closed. Now the thing is, like, whatever the now what we need to do is we need to see the status at the line is showing as shipped, right? Now we need to submit a concurrent request from order management responsibility. We need to submit a concurrent request called workflow background process. On submission of this, what will happen is yes, whatever the data we have under order management responsibility, that data will be pushed to the ER interface table. Okay, so submit, and once workflow background process got executed successfully, then what will happen is the line level status, order entry screen line level status will be closed. Once the workflow background process concurrent request got executed successfully, completed, and the status is normal, then line level status, now the status of it is showing as shipped, it will become closed. On generation of this, even EDS, auto invoice master program, is generating, and you will be able to see the invoices. Auto invoice master program and auto invoice import program as well. status is shipped. Concurrent program submission. Workflow background program. Workflow background concurrent request. Line level status will be closed. Line status will be picked at order entry screen. Picked at line status will be picked at order entry screen, and delivery number will be generated. Okay, now what it is, just go back to see whether it got generated or not. Yeah, it got generated. Auto invoice master program and auto invoice import program both got generated. On submission of workflow background process, even the other two reports, auto invoice master program and auto invoice import program, got generated. And let me do one thing. What I do is just go back to let me go back to the order entry screen. I'll just show you the status should be now closed. The status should be closed now. Just close this, requery this. So yeah, the status should be closed here. Yeah, the status got closed. Now what I do is, on submission of workflow background process concurrent request through order management responsibility, the status at the line level, the status at order entry screen line level is closed. Okay, and header level remain same. And the thing is, like on submission of workflow background process, automatically auto invoice master program and auto invoice import program both got submitted and generated as well successfully. Let me do what the close this. Go to accounts receivable responsibility. Now we need to check the invoice which was generated against the order. Select receivables responsibility. Okay, go to transactions. What we need to do is, I'll just search by using name AT&T by defining the okay, let me do one thing. Function F11, I'll just pass the number. Under reference tab, pass the order number and give the currency for better search criteria, and then date. I'll just pass the date as 25th AP or 2024. Okay, function F11. So this is the invoice which got generated. This is the invoice number. Okay, so now this is invoice number. Go to tax. If you want to check, you'll be able to see the details of the invoice. State wise tax, this is 6% amount, what total we have achieved, that is showing, getting displayed here. And cancel this, and see here total line level value of 99 and tax is 6.64 and total value is 1.554 and the currency is USD. And you'll be able to see here ship to location and bill to location, where we are sending the goods, and to which location we are sending the invoice, and sold to whom, and paying customer who is gonna pay us, and the payment terms and conditions, and due date by, okay, and payment details. Payment receipt method is automatic receipt or how it is, and you can check other details as well, distributions. If you want any other details, you'll be able to see the same, original and receipts, taxes, freight, everything. Okay, now what it is, I'll just go to tools. Just a second, be back in a second. So yeah, once the once we are able to, once the invoice is generated on successful execution of workflow background process concurrent request, what will happen is invoice will be generated. So what we do is we'll send this invoice to the customer to receive the payment, to receive the receipt against the sales, whatever we have done, sale order. So we will send the invoice which was generated. So invoice has been sent. Now what we do is, on top of this invoice we need to create a receipt. Just make a note of the invoice number. You can make a note of invoice number. So make a note of invoice number. And now what I do is, let me 70 70, let me make a note of this invoice number. Close this, go to, now what you do is, let us create a receipt. Okay, whenever now what we have done, we have sent an invoice to the customer stating that this is the outstanding which we need to create against the order which you have submitted. Now what I do is, I'll be able to create a receipt, automatic receipt or manual receipt. Now what I do is, I'll create a manual receipt. For example, be able to create a receipt once. Okay, a manual receipt I am creating. Receipt number, what I do is, I'll just define it as 3305 is my receipt number. And the currency, what I do is, I'll just pass it as 99 rupees is the actual value of the item. Along with that there are 6 rupees tax, right? So what I do is, I'll just pass it as 105. Let me check it again if required. Let me go back to once. Let me go back to once here, for example. And what I do is, I'll just function F11. Okay, I'll just directly, what I do is, I'll just pass that number here, under number. Let me see. And what is the value? 105 rupees 64 paisa. Are you receiving entire amount, or you are receiving partial amount? Okay. uh, so let me create a receipt now. Go to receipts, and let me select the method of the receipt as manual. And the receipt number, I'll just submit the receipt number as a 3305, and I'll just submit as 105 rupees T paisa, for example, T dollars. Okay, for example. And receipt type is standard and the state is clear. Okay. And here we need to pass, what we need to pass, we need to pass the invoice number here, against which we are creating the receipt. So I need to pass here example. It is taking time. Okay, let me give, let me search in this way. Yes, come down, and this is this is 31 May, and yeah, fine. Transaction number what we have found. Let me just a second. Yeah, so after I found the number, uh, actually, and then what you do is just apply the same. Do you want to save the changes we have made? Yes. Automatically apply to. Actually this is wrong. We need to search the one which against which we have to which I have to be cancel. Go back to search and apply. What I do is I just search the order number here, transaction, transaction. Okay. uh, what I do is I just pass the number here, billing number, fine. Due date, what I do is I just pass the date. Just apply, search. See, this is the invoice actually, right, against which we are gonna create this value. So what it is, apply in detail, save. Amount applied is 0, balance due is 105 rupees it is showing. Apply in detail. Please do not apply cash at the invoice line level because cash is already applied at the header level. Okay, just click on this, then what it is, close this. Applied, already applied, so just disable this. That's it.